Hello, if you like these videos and you'd like to support the place, then think about visiting. But if you live too far away, have a think about maybe supporting on Patreon or PayPal, because it helps keep the lights on and helps us build it to be a bigger thing. Anyway, video!
No, nothing. Note. Not a sausage.
Oh, doing something.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Oh, baby, there we are.
Oh, is it really?
Oh.
And if I unplug this, has it stopped?
It's fine.
Oh, it's still there?
Still going, yeah.
Yes! Okay, we might need to give this a bit of love, but right now... Is it? Let's have a listen. It works!
So Sam, as you've probably seen all the videos with doing some Sundays and stuff, has been sorting out all the Obsolete Soundlab, all this good stuff around here. I didn't want to miss out of any of the action. I was around the corner sorting out a couple of cabinets and I saw these pulse generators. I thought they're too cool to just be in a cabinet, aren't they? So Sam suggested pinging some bandpass filters. A beautiful brawling cure in the lovely duck egg greeny blue. Is it a green or is it a blue?
Green,
don't know.
mate.
All right, I think it's a blue. But
Well, the story goes, actually. I'm sorry, I interjected into your video.
This is good.
The green and blue, the paint was actually surplus from the war in Denmark. So Brawl and Kier started building these, I think, just after the war. And the cheapest paint they could get hold of was this duck egg green, which I guess was from the underside of aeroplanes, maybe?
Well,
but it's ultimately green. That's duck egg green, surely. Whenever I've got spray paint for like making copies of these things, it's duck egg green, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's very popular in the hipster kind of repainting the furniture community.
Yeah, I have an idea for a like one of those paint palette things that you use fan out, you know, but with like all colours from test equipment and stuff. So if you wanna fund the publication of that, get in touch with me. Could you imagine? That'd be so cool, wouldn't it?
Oh no!
All those test equipment stuff.
But I mean, test equipment like a calendar where it's just.
Or like Heimbach
Yeah,
with a brawling cure.
Rotor Sports. Oh God.
So, so where were we? Oh yeah, so we plugged all this in, and do you know what? Surprisingly, for like a simple setup, we just got 4 pieces of test equipment plugged into each other. Basically the same. You got 2 pulse generators, 2 bandpass filters. It's actually technically a spectrum analyzer, but it's like you select the filter bank with this. Really simple setup, but you can get loads of different sounds out of it. It's really, really cool. The first like origin of the sound is coming out of this pulse generator, and I can listen to that directly. If I plug this into the mixer we've got up here, you can hear it. You hear those clicks? It's just making a pulse, so it's sending the voltage high every time there's a click, and the click is the sound of the speaker moving every time that it sends the voltage high. It's making a square wave. So that then goes into the bandpass filter, and that's where it starts to sound a bit more interesting, because the bandpass filter has resonance, so it's like a feedback with itself. So it doesn't just go pop, it makes a doo sound. It has a decay, not enough of a resonance or a feedback to actually sustain that decay, so it actually becomes, you know, a free running oscillator. This is how drum voices are made in a lot of like drum machines, so like the CR78, I believe, similar type of idea. So if I plug this in here, and then we plug this in here, you can hear, it's not just a click, not just a pop, it's more of a tone that then fades out. And if you make the amplitude of the pulse higher, it gives the bandpass filter a bit more energy. It could be a longer decay. So if I turn up the amplitude, which you can do here, ooh, you hear there. Ooh. Well, the thing is, it's overloading it, so you're getting all kinds of weird like saturation and stuff. But you turn down the signal of this, it's like a shorter, and most of the sound is actually from overloading this little mixer that we've got here, like a £10 mixer, isn't it? And then it's like overloading the speaker, but it sounds great. So why not? And then we can get to tuning the sound of it by selecting the pass band of the filter here. So bandpass filter, what it's doing is it's cutting the low frequencies cutting the high frequencies, so you've got only a band of frequencies selected. You can shift that about so that you can have low sounds or high sounds. So, okay, so now we're getting the pinging out of the bandpass filter. What we could do is turn this one, which controls the speed of this oscillator here, the pulse generator. So you can slow it down. Speed it up. And if we were talking like synthesizer stuff, we'd call this a low frequency oscillator, and then an LFO. Yeah, so obviously like these things would be pretty at home in a lab or like in a repair shop. They're not really intended for making music, but we got pitch, we got timing, so what more do you need? So if I put it on free run, there you go. Yeah. Crank it up, shall we? This knob does, what's this? Frequency range. There you go. Oh, really low. All right, so we got like a rhythmic side now. So now what we need is a melody. That's what these two are going to be doing. The main difference between this is I'm going to be running the pulse generator at a higher frequency. So it's going to be more like a constant tone, more of like an oscillation. Let's have a listen to that. Let me turn this off. Yeah. And you can hear we've got that going through a delay pedal as well, this the Memory Man up here. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So all I'm doing here is I'm selecting through the frequency bands that it's pretty amazing. But we can also get a frequency from this through amplitude modulation, so you can kind of have two notes at the same time. It kind of sounds like that, like throat singing thing. Yeah. Yeah, and you see, like, when you start getting all this stuff kind of in tune with each other as well, and the rhythms go in, that's when it really pops off. There we go. So it's like clipping it, but it's actually got like a nice little, it's almost like a kick drum as well as like a bass note. And then if we bring this in. You can hear, like, because it's all clipping and stuff, it sounds a bit like a kind of sidechain compression where it's ducking this when the bass note comes in, which is quite cool. There you go. So that sounded so much better now that they're both kind of in the same key. And then I can... All right, that's pretty cool. So if you want to come play with this is going to be set up just like this here at the museum, and you can come and put the headphones on and play with this to your heart's content. It's bloody good fun, I'll tell you. So remember to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to support us in another way, there's a Patreon link down below, and we will see you here later in a bit.